Have you ever had a boss who pushed you to quit just to save money? When my former client asked me to join their company, I didn't hesitate. They'd spent 6 months convincing me, matching my salary, offering a company car, and promising room to grow. I respected them, knew their work, and figured this would be a solid move for both of us. The first few weeks went perfectly. I was learning their systems, applying my experience, and already improving a few of their workflows. What I didn't know was that the company's finances were in rough shape. Not a little tight. I'm talking barely keeping the lights on tight. Toward the end of the first month, I was called into a meeting. My boss sat me down with a strange look and said I wasn't dedicated enough. That hit me like a brick. I never took breaks, always arrived early, stayed late, and offered to work weekends. Yet somehow, I wasn't dedicated. After a long back and forth where I defended myself, they dropped a line that stuck with me. We think we should call it quits. I left that meeting confused, but decided to focus on my work. I tightened up even more, made sure everything I touched was flawless, and kept a smile on my face. The second month rolled around, and things looked good. We were busy, clients were happy, and projects were moving forward. Then another meeting, same script. This time I was told I was too expensive and costing too much to keep. That set me off. I reminded them that they had approached me, not the other way around. I had a stable job before this one. Same salary, same benefits. They had chased me for half a year, and now suddenly my pay was the problem. Once again, they ended with that same line. We think we should call it quits. In my head, I made a promise. If they said that one more time, I'd take them up on it. By the third month, the atmosphere had shifted. Business slowed down, and my boss caught the flu. I kept my head down, working nonstop, trying to stay out of their way while still being productive. But sure enough, near the end of the month, I got called in again. Same tone, same vague comments about commitment. Except this time, they brought up that I'd taken 2 sick days earlier in the month, days they had approved. I asked what exactly they meant by commitment not fully there. That's when my boss said something that almost made me laugh. You don't come in on weekends or holidays. My jaw nearly hit the floor. My contract clearly stated that weekends and holidays were off unless specifically requested, and any such work would be paid overtime or compensated with time off. They were the ones who said that when I started. I pointed this out calmly and reminded them that they had been fine with my time off. The response? We should call it quits. Then they stormed out. At that moment, I realized I'd reached my limit. I still had one crucial, expensive project in progress, and I tried to reach them for direction before wrapping up, but they ghosted me. No calls, no messages, nothing. So I packed up and went home. Later that evening, my phone rang. It was the boss, acting as if nothing had happened. We talked, and when they again dismissed the entire situation, I said I was taking them up on their offer to call it quits. Suddenly, they backpedaled. No, don't do anything rash. Think about it overnight. Oh, I thought about it all right. I thought about how they'd recruited me, blamed me for their financial problems, and treated me like a burden. The next morning, I came in early, ready to end it. They didn't even want to talk privately, said we could discuss it right in the open workspace. Fine by me. I told them I'd decided to accept their offer. They blinked, realizing what was happening, and tried to soften the blow, saying they'd pay me out to the end of the month. I agreed, gathered my things, and left. As I walked out, I glanced back at that unfinished project, a major, time-sensitive job worth thousands. The deadline was tight, and my departure meant they'd have to handle it alone. The same workload that made them hire me in the first place was now sitting squarely on their shoulders again. Within days, I heard through mutual contacts that they were scrambling to meet deadlines, and the client was furious about delays. The company had been just a month away from recovering financially, but my exit pushed them over the edge. For me, it wasn't the end of the road. I'd already been planning to restart my own business, and this just accelerated the timeline. Within weeks, I was back on my feet, working for myself again. And funnily enough, my former boss eventually reached out about contracting me for help. Turns out, calling it quits was the best move I could have made.